Welcome to Game of Roses. This is PaceCase.
This is BachelorClues.
Hi.
And I wasn't in tonight's episode, but tune in next week for the OC County Fair date with Peg.
I slowed down the promo from next week.
So did I. I didn't see myself.
Just the fair part, hoping I could see that Papa Blue. But I think we're going to see that Papa Blue next week.
I think we are too. I think I'll be present in a few images. Where do we begin? What have we tonight? Here's where we should begin. The ratings of last week. Golden Bachelor. Were not good. They were, in fact, horrifyingly bad. Pulled a .28.
This is
got
shocking.
Crushed by Survivor on CBS. It got crushed by, I want to say, whatever was on Fox, and I think it got beat by a rerun of like The Voice or something on CBS. I don't even remember what. The only thing it did beat was whatever was on Fox, I think. Not good news.
That's not what you want.
No. Golden God Gary's season was a ratings juggernaut. It won every Monday night, and it actually kind of picked up steam throughout the season. We'll have to see what happens with tonight's ratings of the episode we just watched, episode 2, technically episode 3, because they crammed episode 1 and 2 into the first episode.
Do we know why?
We don't.
No. Okay, Golden God Gary was also 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's, the ratings are all going downhill on everything, but not comparatively.
Right. They're all going downhill on everything, but Survivor pulled a .6.
Luckily, Love is Blind USA doesn't start tonight as well to cinch off any more of the audience.
Well, I think tonight, though, we watched a screener, so we're recording this on Tuesday evening, but I believe Love is Blind comes out tonight, Tuesday night at midnight.
Oh, Tuesday at midnight.
Yeah, aka Wednesday.
Okay. Well, everyone better get back to the show because tonight, Mel Owens was electric.
What show were you watching?
Off the screen.
Yeah, he finally showed some of that trademark energy. Mel Owens is, simply put, I'm going back through my Rolodex in my mind. Is he the worst lead we've ever seen in the history of the show? Dang. Is he? Do you think? I mean,
yes.
In terms of energy level,
for
boringness.
What they're showing us.
Yeah, I think he's the worst lead we've ever seen. I just don't ever want to see him on screen. When he's on screen, the energy immediately drops to 0 out of the entire show. This is, by the way, beside the point of what he said on the podcast. Yeah. If that never even happened and I'm watching this show, I would be saying the same thing. He just got nothing. He's bringing nothing to this whole. We'll get to a conversation that he had in tonight's episode with Nicolle, where I could not believe he was saying nothing. She was pulling everything out of him. We'll get to it.
He's pretty much like saying the exact same phrase to each woman. You're beautiful.
Yeah, we saw him compliment a lot of them on their looks.
And we've had some low energy leads before.
Mm.
I'm thinking about the 2 seasons that I always get confused. Stork and Baldwin.
Mm-hmm. 8 and 10.
But this really so far is taking the cake. I truly cannot understand the decision not to pull him even before the podcast.
I don't understand the decision to cast him in the first place.
Yeah.
After watching this, it's just like, I get it. He's like a good on paper kind of guy. OC, right wing, probably lawyer. I don't know if that's true or not, but like appealing to the fan base of what they perceive to be the Bachelor fan base. Traditionally white, older, watching network television. He's an NFL guy. He's got all these elements. However, the one element he's missing that is required for one of these reality TV programs is the ability to be entertaining on a reality TV program. He doesn't have that element. Yeah. He's like my dad.
And I feel so bad because the women are just like, the women are electric.
So good.
They are bringing it. Good. They have more energy than I've ever had in my entire GD life.
Yeah, they're incredible. The players of his season are incredible. The disservice that has been done to them by forcing them to pretend to give a shit about this guy is terrible. That said, there were some fantastic moments tonight. Jared Freed, Gore Girl Jared Freed, making an appearance to lead this group date was phenomenal. We'll get to it. His specific jokes, incredible. A lot of fantastic play from some of these players. I love to see all of that. Let's just dive into this pace case. Kathy and Susan returning. Oh my God. There's so much to that. Like,
yeah,
there is so much in this season that is like off the charts. That is some of the best golden stuff we've ever seen. Unfortunately, the entire season is just being anchored to the bottom of a pool of shit by Mel Owens.
Yeah.
Now let's dive into that pool of shit. PaceCase, are you ready?
Woohoo!
All right. We open tonight's program. Portion 1, we begin with a scene of Mel and Carol complimenting each other on their hotness, not saying much else. And Carol puts her head in her hands and is kind of having this awkward moment. Oh my God, I'm messing up this moment. We see her in cocktail attire, and I'm like, is this a flashback from the night 1 that we barely saw any of, or is this from the upcoming cocktail party? I don't really know what it is. It makes her look bad. It makes him look bad. And that's the teaser getting us into this episode. That's the big, like, oh my God, I have to see what they're talking about. I did not get this at all.
I guess it's supposed to be for comedy, like Fool Edit. I have no idea why this was chosen. But there's
so much more. Like, what you want to do, and I get they're trying to show you like a moment that's going to take place in the third act of the show, basically. It turns out it is the cocktail party before the rose ceremony. Narratively, that makes sense. Unfortunately, dramatically, it has not hooked me. I don't care about what you're showing me. What you should have shown me, and I get that like in the edit, this would have come way before anything else. So maybe in their minds, it's not hooking people to stay and watch the whole episode. You should have showed me some of the funniest roast jokes from the roast.
Show and Jared then I'm like, oh shit, eviscerating Mello.
That would have been fantastic. And then we're all on board for like, oh, they're going to kick him in the balls. He deserves it. And it's funny. Great. Let me watch this episode. And once you're into the episode, you're going to keep watching it. I just think it was a mistake what they did in the beginning here. We see some titles. We see some flowers. We see some of the players in their morning routines. Peg is leading a bunch of them in a punching exercise with weights. Nicolle is giving Terry a rose, who accepts it with her puppet and then uses the puppet to remind Nicolle that everybody saw her making out with Mel in the pool yesterday. And we get this flashback. She's always with Puppet, never not with Puppet. This Puppet play is fantastic. It's a great strategy. It's just like Adam Gottschalk with Little Adam, if you'll remember on his season of Bachelorette.
It's like if Adam Jr. came to life and was just giving Adam's real opinions about everyone.
Yeah, it was the evolution of Adam Jr.
Nicolle basically says, I couldn't help it. I was so horny. We were both in the pool, basically naked. We kissed. And we get Cindy start to load this PTC of, I don't share men very well. I've had people cheat on me. And we see then they're going to call out whatever name's not called is going to be the one-on-one date this week. It's a group date. It's going to be Kissing Nicolle. It's going to be Fimp Jerry.
If I may, before that, we do have a moment that is, I believe, important to some degree. We see Amy coming to her defense, to Nicole's defense in this girl chat. Maybe she was caught up in the moment. And she's like, indeed. Terry then tells Nicolle, I thought it was disrespectful. Nicolle then in an ITM says, I'm surprised at how prim and proper all of these other women are. And it seems to me that I'm going to be the trailblazer. Like with other things, I'll be the pioneer and they're just going to follow. This is pure villain play.
Yeah.
She's on camera saying, I'm better than everybody. They're going to eat my fucking dust. I don't give a shit. This is a not here to make friends style play. And she's going full villain. She has since episode 1.
You know who it feels like is her hero player is the woman from Jesse Palmer's season, Gold Digger.
Trish Schneider?
Trish Schneider. There's some like Trish Schneider elements of it to me of like full chemistry play. The like Never Have I Ever thing reminded me of it too. There was something Trish-esque about it.
Interesting. For those keeping score, Trish Schneider was also the first first impression rose recipient of all time in our beloved game. And she was also the first recipient of a producer resurrection on Mandy J. Jeffries' Fantasy Suite dinner date, which she appeared as a silhouette in a glass door while Jesse Palmer and Mandy J. Jeffries were eating dinner. God, those days were good. Okay. Anyways.
I think we're going to see a Nicole silhouette.
Ooh, that could be cool.
I don't know. This group date is Kissing Nicole, Fimp Jerry, wine owner Robin, energetic Amy, Monica B, Cindy.
The Monicas, they have a last initial. That's all they need.
Cheryl, the kidnapping victim, Carol Freeman, Monica P, Peg, and Roxanne. Love doesn't have to be so serious.
Well,
they should have made this man fucking tell jokes.
100%.
Do you think they did? And they just were like, oh, we can't put this in the show.
I bet. Let's see. I'll see if I can find out any information about that and have it by the end of this episode. We'll see if I can do that.
Ooh, live updates.
Yeah.
Debbie, our never been married player, gets the one-on-one, instantly produces tears, very for TRR. And we see that this group date is going to be at the Bellwether, and Mello is there on his little platform. He says, I took a lot of criticism as a professional athlete from, coaches, the Monday morning quarterbackers, etc. I roll with the punches. I'm looking for someone else to do that too. Mm-hmm. But they're not going to be rolling with the punches. He's the only one rolling with punches. Everyone will punch Mello in this episode. And Cheryl pretends to not have ever heard of what a roast is, which is hilarious. And I liked this bit.
This is nuclear fool play. It's been my dream to coach somebody into nuclear fool play, where basically you come into the show. The strategy is essentially you pretend that you didn't even know it was a TV show, that your friends or family signed you up for what they told you was a once in a lifetime dating experience to find the love of your life. And you have what are these TV cameras doing here? Wait, we got to go on a group date? What's that? What's a one-on-one? What's a first impression rose? You just constantly act like you have no idea what the fuck's going on. I think Cheryl was doing, whoa.
Sorry, I'm so popular.
I think Cheryl was doing that here. I think she was nuclear fooling a little bit. She clearly knows what a roast is. Come on.
I mean,
they've been around since
it's hard to believe that you
60s,
wouldn't.
Maybe 70s on TV.
It's giving Shelley on Love Island. Didn't know ponies were real. This is always hilarious to me.
Absolutely agree. Loved it.
I would always be playing this angle. We then intro Gore Girl Jared Freed, a self-described comedian and Bachelor superfan, to be hosting this roast.
And Robin
I was so excited to see this.
So was I. Mind blown. It finally feels like they are starting to absorb the idea that people who are out here covering this show, devoting large portions of their life to it, are worth including. That we are. Like when I saw him take that stage, I felt like we were taking that stage to some degree. You know what I mean?
Gore Girl
or K York City, that they're flying out these influencers to cover Bachelor in Paradise 10. It's like they're finally getting that this coverage tier of people who talk about the show in this way with this frequency. We are your ESPN. Yes. You do want us to be talking about your show, to be a part of your show, to be incorporated into the show, et cetera, because now Jared Freed is going to do a whole fucking episode of his podcast devoted to this experience, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes. And it's not even just like the fan service element of like, okay, we're going to appeal Jared's podcast listeners or whatever. They know their shit. So Jared Freed, being a super fan, knows his shit. His comedy bits about The Bachelor are going to be top tier.
Correct.
It's not somebody coming in who's like, this is just a dumb reality show.
Do you remember the one, I forget whose season it was, where they had to do a roast and they had Russell Peters come in as the comedian to help them? This is within the last 3 or 4 years. Maybe it was a Shao crank. Did he have that? I don't remember. At any rate, Russell Peters has probably never seen an episode of The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Jared Freed, very different. Immediately, he is off to a massive start. He comes out and he says, I'm 40, which is the age Mel wishes you were, to the ladies. He's immediately shit talking Mel right out of the gate. And it's all about the shit that we've all heard on the podcast. By the time of the shooting, that podcast has already come out. So Jared Freed's going in there loaded with this ammunition. He knows exactly what to say, what buttons to push. I loved that. He says, whoever brings the hardest roast jokes is going to win a date with Mel. Play for time. And at the news that this play for time is going to be part of this, Peg delivers a full mouth, full eye aperture look of surprised elation that was not my faceplay of the game.
Tricked me. They're going to do the show for a live studio audience. And we see all the players start writing their notes. Everyone basically says they're going to use the podcast material. I wonder if this podcast like jumped in popularity from being on here, even though it's not named.
I doubt it, because I think it was just that one clip. Nobody wanted to listen to like an hour of them talking about, the new dining hall at Michigan U.
Carol Freeman then does this whole long bit about how she can't see. She doesn't have her glasses. Great. Hilarious.
It was, well, say what you will about it. Maybe you enjoyed it. I did enjoy the performance. However, Carol not bringing her glasses to the roast so that she could not write or read jokes was my error of the game. Got to come prepared. I think we did kind of see it hurt her performance later on. However,
I mean, it got her a lot of screen time, though. It got her talking to the celebrity guests, the people working at the bar.
All true, but she didn't win this group date, and maybe she would have had a better shot if she could have seen anything. We do, however, see her meander over to the bar and demand that the bartender give up her own glasses so that Carol can try them on. And this bartender, who dutifully gave up her only means of sight for this day to our beloved game, was my Jorge Moreno, bystander of the week. This is a sacrifice that will not be forgotten. Thank you very much.
She shares with Jared Freed that she doesn't have any material, has a blank paper, and Jared Freed, this gore girl, this hilarious comedian who only targets Mello and goes after him so hard that it was cathartic to watch as an audience member. Jared Freed was my Jorge Moreno, bystander of the week.
Okay.
We then get a bunch of quick pops of these jokes. Monica B compares him to an old car. You don't go over 60.
Pretty good.
Says he needs a helmet to protect him from Nicole's tongue. Ooh, the swimming pool kiss comes back to bite her.
Mm-hmm. Cheryl's up next. You look like you're 2 minutes away from a scooter in the airport. And she says, you remind me of a Detroit-style pizza, crusty, cheesy, and square. She ITMs that she never thought she could do this, but it worked perfectly. Robin says, you have something in your throat. This is a foot and mouth kind of joke. Terry comes out with her puppet. She makes fun of his shoes. Roxanne says, you have the body of a stallion, but the speed of a sloth. Peg ITMs that she loves humor and a partner. Amy's up next. Then Terry ITMs that she lost her voice. Then Amy says, I'm going to improv it. She puts her paper down and she says, I can't sing, I can't talk, and I'm short, and my feet are swollen. She says, I'm the only girl that cooks and cleans for everybody in the house. Who's going to cook you dinner tonight? Jared Freed immediately is like, this is some rich material. And he does this long monologue making fun of Amy, comparing Amy to his mom. Saying this is what every phone call with my parents sounds like, just endless complaining.
So funny. Amy. I delighted in Amy's performance this whole season. I'm so upset she's gone.
I mean, look, here's the bottom line is this. I am too, but at a certain point in every season of Bachelor, you get down to like every player left is good. And so you're going to have to start kicking off good players. Honestly, I think we might have been at that point on night one.
Yeah. No,
like anybody you remove is going to be sorely missed. I feel like they all bring something very different and very entertaining. Nicolle. Oh, Jared Fried also says, Mel, do not marry her. Did he put the touch of death on her?
Ooh,
is he dark lording a little bit?
Shoot, maybe.
Perhaps. Nicolle then is up. She says,
or Jared's mom.
I know. Nicolle says Amy was so appalled at her kiss with Mel in the pool that she had no words. You all can thank me for that. Fantastic joke.
Lol.
She does an impression of Mel. Roses are red, violets are blue. And I want all the women to love me, but especially you. And you, and you, and you. But can I check your ID first? I thought she brought it. I thought she did this very well. They all kind of did, but I thought Nicolle was actually a little better, at least from what they're showing in the edit.
From what they're showing in the edit, Nicolle absolutely crushed. And this stand-up performance was my play of the game. I think she was going to win the after the play for time anyway. Mm-hmm. I think it was rigged, but she put the material there that in the document that was hilarious.
I totally agree with you. Wait a minute. I'm trying to see if that's my play the game too. I don't remember what I had for my play the game. Yes. Nicole's roast was also my play of the game. And we see why later, obviously. But yeah, she was great in this. She's like one of those players, I feel, who she's got like some unique capabilities. She has a strong chemistry game, obviously. She can handle an artistic performance like this. Mm-hmm. And she's a villain. Like that's rare.
Did you watch the promo from next week?
Yes, I did. Thing? Looks like a 4TWR accusation is about to come her way.
She's going to say, I'm trying to get into influencing.
Yes.
And
I can't wait.
This is a very interesting way to be villainizing someone to me right now when you have Taylor Frankie Paul coming on as the Bachelorette.
Correct.
We're going to be villainizing influencers in the season before.
That's right. Huh? That's right. Well, you have to remember, these are two different teams of people. There's a little bit of, I actually don't know if there's any more crossover. There used to be some crossover between the producers of Golden and regular. Now I don't even know if there's any because you've got Scott Teddy doing that season of Taylor Frankie Paul. So they're not like talking to each other about a unified theory of what influencing should be represented as in our beloved game. You know, it's like, we're making this show, you're making that show. If this is, what they have to go off, it's just, it'll be different in Taylor Frankie Paul season 2 because it's dudes. First of all, you don't really ever get a lot of guys being like, I'm ready to be an influencer. It's usually, if they are going to be accused of a 4TWR influencer type thing, it's more about like some brand they're trying to launch, a tequila brand or something like that. It's rare that you see a guy coming in being like, I'm ready to be an influencer, even if they are one already, like a Dale Moss or something, Women
are more likely to claim that as the job title.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think guys still don't quite get it. Even if they are literal influencers, I don't think they perceive themselves that way. Like Dale Moss, I think he thinks of himself as like a model, an entrepreneur, but I don't think he would use the word influencer. It still has some like stigma to a guy in some weird way.
It's very interesting. And I forgot that it was like a completely different production staff at this point. And maybe that will be the way the two shows go, is like, this one's for TRR. This one is reality stars.
Yeah.
We see Carol go last despite her lack of sight. And she says this clip that I saw in all the promos, which was, me and Mello are exactly alike. We both like to date people between 40 and 60. Great line.
Yeah. And she said he's looking for a younger woman and I'm looking for a rich quarterback. And I was like, he wasn't a quarterback though.
I know, that's the joke.
Oh, I see.
She's notching down for him.
I see.
And
a
I don't know about the
linebacker.
rich thing.
Well, let's talk about the rich thing.
Let's talk about the rich thing.
Nobody mentioned this in the roast because I don't know if it was public knowledge. But now, this past week, a lot of reporting has come out. This is in every Bachelor reporting site you want to check out. People, Us Weekly, Variety, whatever. It's everywhere. Mel Owens reportedly owes his ex-wife about $1 million. He is delinquent on that payment, and he is now accruing interest on it. So again, this is reported. I look into it for yourselves. Google this. But Mel Owens supposedly owes his ex-wife $900 and something thousand that he has not paid her. I don't know what the status of this is. I just know what I read in these articles. Mm-hmm. And I'm left wondering if this information has been disclosed to any of these players. Because if you marry this man now and there's no prenup, you are inheriting financial responsibility for at least half of that. So you walk in negative $500,000 day one. I just don't know where they're getting these guys. It's like, if he was funny or interesting in any way, maybe you overlook all this shit. You overlook the podcast. You overlook that he's $1 million in debt to his ex-wife. But he's also not funny or electric or good in any way on camera. Plus, he has these huge detrimental factors. I'm just like, are they not doing their research? Did producers know he was $1 million in debt? And we're like, yeah, fuck it, throw him in the show. I don't get it.
And I mean, luckily they're not getting married on the show. They will have time to read the news about him and decide for themselves whether they want a prenup or not. I was wondering about this also because it comes up in the date with Nicolle of like his wife just sat him down with divorce papers. So I'm like, okay, interesting.
Yeah. And no mention of it there. I mean, let's get to it. That's the next part.
Yeah, but I was like, but this man is a lawyer. He knows about prenups. He knows about all that stuff. But maybe they also are friends with a lot of lawyers that the wife knew.
Sure. And I also don't think that maybe he married the wife before he became a lawyer. Didn't he? How long were they together? He said like 40 years or something, right? No, 20 years, something. I don't know. Like if he got married when he was still a football player, he wasn't a lawyer yet.
Right. And maybe there was no prenup.
I think if he owes her $1 million, there probably was not. I'm going to just say, unless he's made the worst prenup in the history of mankind.
I'm so curious, like, are we going to get, I really want the ex-wife's side of this. And also like she left him for another man and also had all the divorce papers ready. And like, I just want to hear the other side.
100%. I'm not believing a fucking word he says. I mean, he's so like, at least in the edit, I don't know what let's just get into this.
Okay. Well,
Nicolle wins. Nicolle wins
the group date, gets to go to this one-on-one date, and she begins an interrogation of Mello's divorce.
It should also be noted, she says in an ITM right before this, we already have a lot of chemistry. I'm happy he picked me out of all the women. He didn't pick her. Producers did this to anger every other player, 100%. This is not his choice. I mean, I'm sure he's fine with it. He likes her, whatever. Mm-hmm. But this is like the producer saying like, oh yeah, you should pick her. Oh yeah, I like her. Okay. They're doing that to make all of the other ones enraged. Yeah. Cindy, especially. She looks like she's already teetering, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I was like, it's play the game, her roast, but I think she would have won no matter what.
Yeah, unless she just completely shit the bed, like walked out on stage, fell down, started crying, shit her pants. Then probably she wouldn't have won the play for time.
Yeah,
or maybe she would have. You need this more than anybody else. Let's go get your pants cleaned up and go to dinner. Yeah. You shit your pants with the volume of shit. Therefore, you get the dinner. They go to the Looking Glass Lounge. She ITMs, like you're saying. She has some questions. And we see this one-on-one time dinner. She explains she views her 2 prior relationships that ended in divorce actually as successful because they taught her so much about what she needs in a relationship. And she only wants one more marriage for the rest of her life. And she knows exactly what that should be now based on the prior 2. Then she asked him about his marriage and divorce. I have big, bold font here. Recent reporting has come out that alleges Mel Owens owes his ex-wife just shy of $1 million, which he's delinquent in paying. He doesn't mention this. He says, I had one marriage for 25 years. And she's like, and you thought it would be for the rest of your life? Yes.
Well, I said the vows. Vows.
And then Nicole's like, did she end it or did you end it? She ended it. Oh, she was younger, right? Yeah. She wanted to experience things. Okay, cool. So, did she present you with the papers? Nicole's like leading every line.
Yes.
And Mel Owens is just like, yes, no, yes. No. This dude is fucking death on television. You cannot watch him. Like,
he's tired.
I don't care. You're in the TV show now, dude.
Night one, they kept him up all night. He's done for the season.
God. But he basically says, she presented him papers. I didn't fight it. It was heart-wrenching. And I do want to get married again. All of that comes out. All that information in the span of about 3 seconds through these edits. And you're just like, I don't know what happened there. Certainly there's more to the story than what he's giving us.
It's hard to believe that it would be as simple as he is stating here.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the one kind of line he's been giving about it the whole time.
Married for 25 years, he said it was.
Yeah.
So after 25 years, he's like, she just came with papers, wanted a different experience. I was like, okay.
And that was 2020. So
he wants to say as little about this as he can get away with. That's clear. I think now this reporting that is coming out about the debt he's into her is potentially a reason why. Like, let's
this
not
is why.
scratch that surface too deeply. I don't really want
what exactly happened there? And he goes, I can't. It's Netflix.
At the end of this dinner, she's like, should we split the check? And he's like, no, you get it.
No reason why. I need to save my money. I owe $1 million to my ex-wife. Oh my God.
He is reality television poison. Say what? What?
Roger in Outlander.
What about him? I am only to the episode where he with the locusts. We've just finished that one. That's it. We have not moved past that yet. So you may be a little ahead.
Don't worry about anything I said. You'll see what happens in Outlander.
Okay. I did like that guy with the powdered face that Jamie almost killed.
Oh my God. That guy.
That guy came to play. He's like, oh, I have a part in Outlander. Hello, good soul. Allow me to be a thespian in your program.
Oh, I'm going to
loved
play.
Him. Now that's how you do some acting. That dude needs to be given Mel Owens acting lessons. Give him a powdered
guy had
wig.
1,000 times more energy than Mel.
God, he was awesome. His little fake mole. Anyways.
So Mello plays this PTC here, kind of that he's left. Gives a one-on-one rose to Nicole. They're making out, and he goes, "You with the helmet and the mouth guard, that was spot on." And I was like, "Wait, wasn't that someone else's joke?"
But it was about her.
Yeah,
kissing him. He's poison. Portion 3 begins. Day at the mansion. The women talk. I'll talk about how much more they have to do to get ready now that they're older. They talk about what works for puffy eyes. Peg takes out this mask that she has in the refrigerator, puts it on her eyes. She's like, this is what I use. Then Carol fucking cracks out 2 cartons of ice cream, puts them on her eyes. And then she's like, if it's a really bad night, pulls out a giant bag of ice, puts it on her face. Great mansion free play antics here. They're absolutely Carol's
hilarious this episode.
I agree. Debbie ITMs that she's excited for this one-on-one she's going to get. She has butterflies, loaded love level 1 there. She hasn't felt this in 14 years. She's always wanted to be married. Can't believe it's never happened, but maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe Mel is that reason, as though he's her universally anointed soulmate.
I feel like she's going to get her heart broken. I'm so nervous.
Ain't nobody getting nobody's heart broken. I'll make this prediction. Whoever he winds up with ring winner wise, they ain't together now.
I guarantee it.
Can you fucking imagine? You wake up one morning. All these stories came out maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. You wake up one morning. Maybe you're in Mel Owens' house. Maybe he's in your house. Maybe you're not even. Maybe it's a Chalk Chapel Joan Vasso scenario. I read some article. They haven't been seen together in 2 months. I think that's done. I think it's done.
They're on the cruise together.
You wake up.
I saw him in an ad for sleep apnea thing that you put on yourself.
Cool. Get that money. He's an influencer. And he was like
the star. He was like, how do you think I run that season? Is it my charm? Is it my whatever? Yeah. And they like made him look kind of bachelor-y.
They should have put him underwater. When I'm under the sea hunting for my treasures, I get apnea sometimes, and I have to wear this thing. If you're hunting for undersea treasures, get this thing. Chalk, tell them Chalk sent you.
Tell them Chalk sent you is good.
Yeah. I just can't imagine any of these players wakes up to 50 text messages from all their closest friends and family with links to these stories about him owing $1 million to the ex-wife. And they're like, that's okay. Let's go through with the wedding anyway.
So it's confirmed, the $1 million thing?
It's reported in multiple outlets. Like it seems very credible to me. I can't say for sure if that's real or not. I don't know the specifics of the situation in the way that I'm sure Mel Owens and his ex-wife do, but that's what's reported. And in some of these articles, it's down to like the penny that he owes her. So I'm like, if they have that information, if they're reporting it that extensively.
When you got decimal points.
When you got the pennies, there was one article that I read that was like, he's accruing $256.43 per day or something like that. And I was saying, how the fuck did they know that? This is insane.
Oh my God. Okay. So maybe it will be no actual marriage.
I can't imagine it.
It's just like, I thought they would really try to be like, okay, well, Gary, staying on love, we got to get someone who's going to marry their person and stay together forever with this one. And that's just not going to be the case.
Here's the thing, though. You don't have to get that. The marriage lasting and being real has never been relevant in this franchise.
I know.
It has never been. The thing you need is reality TV performers who can play this game at a high level. If it winds up in a marriage, great. And all you need with that is like, it just will happen every once in a while.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Wow. That's good. Exactly. Yeah. It's just law of large numbers. And when it does happen, that's in quotes proof that the process works. The process doesn't fucking work. People getting together in a romantic context will produce marriages eventually. Like if you just do it enough times, the process will work. What the show really needs, though, is reality TV stars. And they have a bunch of them in the player pool this season. Unfortunately, the person they have to play with sucks bad.
They could have had, the griller. They could have had Gary. They could have had even Keith.
The griller.
The griller.
Jack?
From Chicago. Yeah, Jack.
Yeah. I'm going to take you down to Chicago and show you a nice steak. They could have grocery come on.
More electric. Grocery.
Hey, I heard you're from Chicago. Do you need some sauce? I got some tomato sauce called Sundays with Joe.
Great.
Hey, I like the way you sound, the grocery store. I like the way you sound, Jick.
Keep going.
Okay, so sorry. So Mel shows up.
You ever go shopping for your wife or her winter shade at Maybelline, Jack?
They have Grocery and Jack are doing Maybelline commercials together now.
What I only go for summer shade. I chase the summer grocery. I don't deal with winters no more.
Now they're on a pirate boat somewhere. Okay, let's. If we may continue. Debbie DMs that she's excited for the day. I gotta take off this golden jacket. I'm getting hot now.
Getting hot.
This is what comedy's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Debbie ITMs that she's excited for the date. She has butterflies. This is a loaded love level 1 she hasn't felt this in 14 years. Always want to be married. Maybe Mel's the reason. Mel shows up. He's wearing a suit with no tie. I don't know why I noted that. He ITM's enjoying her company. He likes how focused she is on him with no distractions. That's what he mainly wants. I want a woman who only has her attention on me and nothing else. He loves
and that
her.
She's energetic.
Yeah. I can maybe take some of her energy to live another decade. He loves her sense of adventure. You know what? If it turns out Mel is like legit some kind of satanic vampire and he is siphoning souls out of people, I may change my tune about this whole season. That would be very interesting.
I siphon them through my shoes. Once my shoes touch their shoes, I take all their energy.
That's why I searched those shoes because I was like, those are actually kind of cool. I'll get a pair of those.
I've been thinking about the shoes.
Yeah, those shoes are cool. I Googled.
Is there a sandal version?
Maybe. I don't even know what the fuck they are. But I did Google Mel Owens shoes. And now my entire Instagram feed is orthopedic shoes. The whole thing. And I'm like, I just wanted those. Anyways, he takes her on a dinner date, but this is no ordinary dinner date. He takes her to a French restaurant chain called Petit Trois, and they walk in and meet Chef Ludo, who Debbie recognizes immediately. He's got 261K on Instagram and a Michelin star. Ludo shows him how to cook a French omelet, and the chickens that laid these eggs for Mel and Debbie to make their French omelet were my implied creatures of the week. We didn't get any creatures this week. I didn't know what else to do.
No. In fact, I'm going to go with Terry, the Texas Teeth Lady's puppet was my creature of the week.
Damn. Terry, I'm sorry. I don't see your puppet as a creature. I see your puppet as a person.
What's wrong with being a creature?
I don't know. I guess at some level we are all creatures.
Puppet. You told me everything has consciousness, even the table. So
that's true. That is actually true.
There's a new. So I just got back to LA.
Congrats.
Yay.
Welcome back.
And
Icon.
There's a new kitty at the Shire.
And
this kitty,
do you think it's progeny of Sunny?
Name yet? I don't know. Probably not. This kitty is very soft, very trusting of strangers. Never have seen this kitty before in my life. I don't know its name. I don't know gender, but very excited. And they kept pushing their little head into me to be pet. Oh, God.
Sounds like you got another pet. What is Luca's reaction to things of this nature?
Well, Luca's not here yet. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can get... I'm so crazy. I literally was like, maybe I'll get some of Luca's stuff out so the cat can smell it. And then maybe they'll be friends.
I don't think you got to worry about the cat.
Never had a cat really like him.
It's a kitten?
It's cat size.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think you probably got to worry about Luca's reaction to the cat, not vice versa.
Luca loves all animals.
Great. Absorb it.
Absorb
the cat.
They don't like him. He comes in so hot.
Yeah.
Most cats, I mean, Sunny would just like growl at him, swiping him.
Nice. Well, good luck with your new family member. Debbie asks Mel, what's the difference between white pepper and black pepper? And Mel says, hilariously, the color.
The highlights that made the edit.
Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. By the way, Mel Owens did not perform jokes at the roast. For good reason, obviously.
Ooh, they didn't even try. Interesting.
Yeah, I think they knew better. Can you imagine? He's up there for fucking 2 hours. No, you have to tell a joke. Oh, God. He ITMs that he loves that Debbie likes to try new things, and the cooking date was fun. Debbie ITMs that she likes how affectionate he is, and she gave him a butt tap, which we see. We see some hands on the lower back. She kind of slides it down to a cheek, not crack, not undercup like we get on Love Island USA. This is not, in my opinion, a meaningful butt touch, but if it was to Debbie, so be it.
She got first butt. We cut back to the house. everyone's like, we're doing nothing except thinking about Debbie and Mel on their date. And then the opposite happens. The opposite of nothing happens. Kathy and Susan join, our two co-hosts of Golden Happy Hour.
This was a surprise to me too. Usually a knock on the door is a date card. That's what I was expecting here. They open that door and there is Kathy Swartz and Susan Knowles standing in pajamas to throw a sleepover party.
Something like this is ruined for me in some promo.
I agree. This was not. I was surprised by it. It was very reminiscent to me of, having Demi and Katie Moe come back on Hannah Brown's season to do Demi's in, what was it? Demi's private detective service or whatever, where they were watching all the guys.
Oh. Yeah.
Just bringing back prior star players from the prior season to say, here we are. But this is like a little different because it's such an early iteration of the Golden franchise. These are players from that first historic season that laid the groundwork of massive rating success. They themselves are stars within the Bachelor world now, hosting the official Golden Bachelor Happy Hour Golden Hour podcast. They were both just on... Kathy at least was on BIP season 10.
Made it to the finale.
Knowles is everywhere. I believe they're both scheduled to be on the cruise that has been discussed at the end of next year, November. At any rate, fantastic to see them again.
Yeah.
And they prove why they are superstars. They lead this date. Kathy comes in joking about getting her suitcase ready to move in. They're both like, I love the mansion. Kathy's like, maybe I'll start dating Mel Owens. And then we see them throw the slumber party in portion 4. Kathy's like, who got the first kiss? Now, they've been loaded with these questions. Producers have told her to go in there and ask this to hopefully drum up some drama because they know Nicolle is going to be that person, but she admits to it. Terry is ITMing her never too old for a pajama party. They pass out these pajamas to everybody that has Mel Owens' face on them, and they're all playing Never Have I Ever. Cindy says, never have I ever had sex with an ex-husband after the divorce. And Nicole's like, I have with both of my ex.
See, this is the part that reminded me of Trish.
It's so good. Oh, fuck. She's so fucking funny. They're all so funny. And she's a villain. And she's fucking hilarious. Then we've got Jerry basically said she's had sex in an airplane. Everybody's like, what the hell? Amy's ITM like, she reads the Bible and does morning prayers. How is she fucking on an airplane? And we cut back to the 101. They're eating their incredible meal. Debbie ITMs that this was a wonderful glimpse into how our life could be with Mel. I don't know about that. He tells her she's so beautiful and wonderful. He's just like, there's nothing. He's saying nothing to any of them. She was excited for him to see who she really is. She has a fun side and a serious side and a romantic side. And he's like, hey, hold on. You've never been married. And she says she's not cut out to be alone, but she has been alone for a long time. He asked her how she wound up here, and she says, I saw the first season, had hope, so I signed up. And she says she felt like she was supposed to do this and move forward in faith. And she believes kind of in the universal properties of destiny is what she's hinting at. He says he does too. They complement each other's looks. She gets a kiss. This date I'd be so
pissed if I had to go on this date and miss Kathy and Susan.
For real. God. Wait, Kathy and Susan fucking showed up? All I got to do was cook a fucking omelet and touch his upper butt? Back in the mansion, it's night. Susan and Deb are having a little one-on-one time, and Deb says she's been around men as a firefighter and like hanging out with the guys. She wants a beer-drinking, football-watching guy. Susan then is talking to Carol, telling her not to be afraid to kiss Mel, and Carol ITMs that she's not used to being the aggressor. Cindy tells Kathy that she doesn't know if what she's feeling for Mel is being reciprocated, and she ITMs that she's struggling with the other women dating. Kathy tells her to put the other connections aside and focus on how you feel about him and talk to him about that. And she ITMs confusion about how to navigate this. Back on the 101, Debbie gets that one-on-one rose and a kiss. She ITMs that this is hope for her. She had given up on love, but it doesn't matter how old you are always worthy. Another little kiss. Back at the mansion, Susan and Kathy tell the players that they brought a little something for all of them. Oh, this is, and she says she's been without a man for a while. And they bring out these fucking vibrators. Peg ITMs that she doesn't know what it is. She says she thought it was a foot massager.
Peg diffused bombs. She knows what every piece of electronics is. Again, I think this is some sort of...
Okay.
I not knowing what stuff is play.
Yeah. Or my mom does this, by the way.
pretends
My
to
mom
not know
does
what
like
things
a
are.
feigned ignorance play, I would call it. She does tear play. She does guilt play quite well. She does victimization play, and she does fake ignorance play.
You were saying this when Clues and I are watching Slow Mo. We just finished season 1, and he just kept saying that Whitney reminded him of his mom.
They have similar play styles. So I just want to, and that's the end of that portion. That's the end of portion 4. So this one-on-one date, what did you think of it with Debbie? Sorry.
I mean, the one-on-one dates are hard to watch.
Yeah.
Unless they're like giving some story, like Cheryl's kidnapping story, which was like blew my mind. He doesn't ask him a single question. But I'm concerned for Debbie because I feel like she's has never been married and saying this is fate, and like maybe
Debbie's
she's building him up. What?
Debbie's playing the game. She gets it.
You don't think she would get heartbroken? I don't know.
Yeah, she's going to show us some tears. I mean, sure. She's playing the game. I don't think any of these women wants to actually end up with him.
Okay. That does make me feel better, I guess.
I think like there's something, the Golden franchise is like, yes, there's this element of like, are they going to fall in love or whatever? So far, we've had one divorce almost immediately after marriage from season 1 with Golden God Gary Turner and Teresa Niss. And then we've had this Chalk Chapel Joan Vassos thing, which now people are questioning because they are not living together for multiple months at a time now. I don't think people are going into this show with that as their primary goal. I think for the Golden franchise, the primary goal when you get selected to be in the player pool is, holy shit, I get to go on this incredible adventure, make all of these friends with people that are my own age. It's going to open my life up to a million possibilities. This is the experience of a lifetime that's basically going to restart my life at this age. That's what I primarily think they're all looking forward to. And that is what they all get out of it. Even the night 1 players, I'm sure, have some friendships with these other players and whatever.
I hope so. I just like, especially the women, like, I just know, the male dating pool dies out, at a certain point. And I'm like, I just want everyone to find love.
Sure.
Everyone gets ready for the rose ceremony. Jerry says it's game day, open gameplay speech.
Very nice.
And Amy says she's going to be aggressive. We then see everyone take the advice of Kathy and Susan, which is to kiss Mel, and they all kiss him in a line.
And Cindy even ITMs about it
so hard.
She's like, I got in there second because I didn't want to go after all these other women. The whole house is waiting in line to kiss Mel. And you just see Peg, Nicole, Monica B, a couple other ones. Boom, 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 boom. And then Mel's like, okay, I've had a lot of fun over the last few weeks, but we need to get to know each other better because I have difficult decisions to make. The love of my life could be in this room. And I don't owe the other love of my life $1 million. I just can't, like, wouldn't that be a funny speech at the rose ceremony?
Yeah. He just keeps alluding to his debt.
Yeah. I haven't told anyone this, but you all need to know it. I'm in debt a lot to my ex-wife. It's almost $1 million. Cheers to fun, life, and happiness. Or what does he say? Love.
She told me to
cheers
stop
to love, happiness,
all
and
those
fun.
Shoes. She said, I said you could never have too many orthopedic shoes, but she thought it was too many.
That's what the debt actually is. Yeah. She bankrolled his orthopedic shoe company that tanked. And those are the shoes he's wearing. He's trying to get the brand off the ground.
Carol is our first responder here. We then see the scene that we saw from the opening shot. You're handsome. You're beautiful. Thank you. You're beautiful. And then Carol in her ITM holds her face in a Home Alone type pose and makes my
face play of the game.
It's a universally understood face for I did something cringy. It's
Home
so
Alone
good.
Type pose. This was, in my opinion, a 2-hand face frill flourish. A la, it was this, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was manipulating her face somehow.
It was a
Moving
la the venom spitting dinosaur from Jurassic Park, but it was also my
Pace play of the game.
I loved it. You very rarely can see people who do face play that incorporates like extreme hand play. Sometimes you'll see masks using fingers to partially cover eyes or whatever, but to see just such a clean, like, it's beautiful. Thank you for your service.
Very good. She was a great, colorful narrator through this episode. And she says that she has like a mirror PTC to him, that she got divorced 5 years ago, the same year she lost her mother, the worst year of her life. And we know that he got this divorce served to him on the same time as his dad died.
We also see him having the most animated moment of the show for him, where she's like, I'd love to go to a spring event for you. And he's like, who's your favorite team? And she's like, University of Michigan. And he's like, yeah, great. That's the only thing he gives a fuck about, that she lies to him about liking the college football team where he went to fucking college. He's like, did you listen to the M Go Blue podcast? It's not all about me saying I hate women who are 60. Well, they talk about football too. That like fucking made him come to life. Crawled out of the grave for that one.
God.
They
we
get
see quick
a kiss
pops.
here.
Oh.
She gets a kiss. She comes back to the other women and she's like, oh, I'm flustered after that. So we see she's got her groove on a little bit. She's gotten over her awkward thing. It seems like she did overcome this. We get some one-on-one time with Robin. She tells him the goal tonight was to flirt with him and asks him how it's going. We get a kiss here. Mel ITMs that he likes her pizzazz and aggression. Peg has some one-on-one time. She gets a kiss. Jerry gets a kiss. And the women inside are now led by Amy, telling them her reasoning for not being in the Mile High Club is that she doesn't want to have sex in an unclean, disgusting public bathroom. I love when they leave shit in like this. You don't need this little thing. This has nothing to do with the story. But it's just like, it's showing you these women having fun with each other and joking with each other. And it's like a little bit of a blue topic, So it's like, they still got it type of shit. I just love this little moment. And whoever's cutting the show together, kudos. That putting that in there, whatever producer, whatever editor, we're working on that. Fantastic.
Hilarious. Bring her back. We get all these quick pops of kisses. Jerry, Cindy. Cindy loads her PTC about being betrayed again. And she now interviews Mello. And gets him to reveal that he is on the 4th volume of a Picasso series. She's like, what do you read?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God. And he says he's reading a book, Picasso books. I
Googled this.
Yeah.
There is a book called
book?
A Life of Picasso. It's a 4-book series by John Richardson. I believe he's telling the truth here.
Wow.
I would have liked to have seen a deeper conversation about Picasso, however.
Yeah.
I would have, and maybe she did. All of that. What's your favorite painting? What did you think of his life? He led a very crazy one. He got to a point where he could walk into a bar or go to dinner or whatever, because he was so famous in his life as an artist. He would just like sometimes pay for dinner by signing a napkin. Be like, here you go. That type of shit.
That's cool.
He was wild.
Cindy's a smitten kitten and they kiss. Cindy produces tears in her ITM about how she's feeling. Oh, Cindy. We get to the rose ceremony and if something says, someone is ITMing about the dating apps. DLP. I don't know what the fuck I wrote here. DLP 4 cuts. Jerry loads love level 1. Oh, okay. There's going to be 4 cuts on the show. Yeah. 4 women aren't getting roses.
He says Nicole and Debbie have roses. 7 more to be handed out. 4 will be eliminated. He renders a dark touch here. Jesus. Mel says he has asked them to share stories and ask tough questions. He thanks them for opening up their souls to him. That's what I'm saying. Is he trying to drink their fucking souls?
He says he likes energy. He wants to get that energy. He's lost it.
I think we're maybe witnessing a full going into the satanic here. And if we
Vampire.
if they're tricking me, and by the end of this Golden Bachelor season, Mel Owens is revealed to be Satan, or at least a high-ranking demon who is sent to Earth to claim souls for his dark master or for himself, then this will be my favorite season.
I have the skin of a killer, Bella.
Jesus.
He just starts getting more vampiric. Only Twilight lines.
The rose ceremony is Cindy with that all-important first flower, Peg, Roxanne. I have Peg, Roxanne. That's not right.
Peg, Roxanne, Jerry, Cheryl, Robin, and Carol gets that last flower. I audibly booed them sending Amy home. Tooth Lady Terry, Monica B, and one other person gets sent home.
Hang on, I'm redoing my thing. Those that get sent home are Terry, Amy, and the Monicas.
Oh, both Monicas.
Both Monicas. Dark Lord comes out to give that Tamsig that take a moment, say your goodbyes, Amy ITMs, that she loved this journey and she knows her man is out there. Monica B ITMs that showed her she can still feel those butterflies in hopes to find her man. Terry gets one last moment to use her puppet to say, never give up on love. Those that remain cheers we get next week on the Golden Bachelor. It's the OC County Fair with Peg and Bachelor Clues. God, I can't wait. I better have made the fucking cut.
I hope so. I think you will. I was looking for you on the Ferris wheel.
You're not going to be able to see me on the Ferris wheel. Because they're in the Ferris wheel. As am I. We'll get to it next week. Tune in. We do see Debbie puts on a wedding dress, says she's never worn a wedding dress. Cindy likes him. Multiple kisses. There's a beach prone zone on a group date. Everybody gets rubbed the wrong way for the wrong reasons, accusations. Mel has some pausing, and Nicole says she wants to be an influencer. Woo.
On
Is it
camera.
happening?
Them sending Amy home was my error of the game. She's also got those influencer daughters. She could have made Golden blow up even more. I'm sure they're still advertising it, but whatever.
Here is Nicolle right now, has 9,806 followers. Let's make that 9,807 followers. So
okay.
Is she going to be able to influence? I don't know. How far does she go in this game?
She needs more.
Nicolle, here's my advice to you. If you're watching this and you do want to be an influencer, this is how to do it. You will have had a very deep run in this season. When they do the Women Tell All, if you're not the ring winner and you come back, you need to have a giant showdown with Mel about the $1 million debt and how he told none of you about it. Shout him down, kick him in the balls, not literally, and make it a huge moment where you also come after the franchise to some degree for not vetting their bachelors properly. That this is the guy you chose and he has this. Last season, there were guys with restraining orders. Every season, there seems to be something like this. What are you doing? You need to make a big scene of it and kind of be the voice of reason, the voice of the audience that none of us can have in the show. That, I think, is your path to it. Take it for what you will.
You're saying do this in the show that's already shot?
No, in a Women Tell All or an After the Final Rose.
I'd like to see it. See it. I mean, I feel like she's got the chutzpah to do it.
Totally.
Who was your
for her group date rose win, for that play for time win, for leading Gary through a conversation about his ex-wife, and for playing so far what is my favorite game of the season, just a straight fucking not here to make friends, 4TWR villain play style, and doing well with it. Nicolle was my MVP. Who was yours?
Look, I loved Nicole's play, and I think maybe I even have too high a bar for her. She got my play of the game with her roast. However, I feel like this episode, we really saw it from one woman's perspective, and Carol was my MVP. She got in that teaser. We were following her POV the whole group date. I liked her colorful narration, her ice play, etc., her face play.
Her ice play.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is another one in the books.
This is another one.
Know, it's tough to talk about this season because it's just such a drastic departure from season one, where you had Gary Turner, who was kind of the epitome of what this type of a person should be. He was animated. He was thankful and grateful to be there. Yes. He kind of was proof of the process that it's like, what are we going to get in this show? And really the idea was the show is about a second chance when you think you're too old to have one. That's kind of the thesis of it. The love component of it, like it happened for him, at least in the narrative of that show, not in the actuality. But that is kind of like beside the point. And I feel like Mel Owens is delivering on none of it. He's not delivering on the lie that this is about like finding love everlasting. He's also not delivering on the idea that it's about a second chance for an adventure even, you know? He's just there. He's like on the screen sometimes. That's about all I'm getting out of him. I don't know if that's going to...
was so present with all of the women.
Yes.
Every conversation, he was gazing into their eyes so deeply. Mm-hmm. I produced tears in pretty much every episode I watched, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It just felt so much more for TRR than this. And like,
Absolutely.
It's not Mello's fault. They shouldn't have cast him.
Yeah, but it also is his fault because you're now, whether it's their fault for casting you or not, you are now a person who is in the position of anchoring a network television show as the main character. A giant burden is placed upon you, but you have to carry it. You can't just be like, whatever. I don't give a shit about this show. It's like, well, but you're the main character of it. He's not entertaining in any way. And as a result of that, I find myself not wanting any of these women who are shining so much brighter than he is to wind up with him. Yeah. That's a hard show to watch because I'm now watching it just to be like, oh, who's going to have the best friendships? And I hope they get out of there without having to deal with him too much. I'm like, when Debbie's on that one-on-one date, I'm like, fuck, get her back in the house. I don't give a shit about this. I want to see her with Susan Knowles and Kathy Swartz and the other women.
When you want them to cut away from the one-on-one dates, it's not good.
You almost want this to be a show where it's like they take this player pool and they just send them on trips around the world to go to like Chippendales and shit like they did in Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I want to see them doing like just fun shit on an adventure together. Yeah. Mel Owens brings the mood down in every scene he's in.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, but I relate to the man. I'm so tired.
Sure.
He's so tired.
But you ain't the star of a network TV show. I don't know what else to say about it.
I don't know what else to say. But luckily, we are going to get Taylor Frankie Paul soon. And Taylor Frankie Paul does not tire. She's shooting this whole goddamn season 1 about to pop.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
I can't wait for that season. I'm very curious to see which one of the Mormon wives are going to be in it with her because you know they're going to be making some cameos all throughout it. That season's going to be really good. I am looking very forward to it. PaceCase and I right now have just completed Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 1 in our Patreon. You can watch that with us now. We're going to be doing season 2 and season 3, which comes out in November. But we are also probably tomorrow, I guess, going to start doing, or you're going to be hearing this on Thursday. So we will have already done at least a couple episodes of the new season of Love is Blind on Netflix, which came out on Wednesday. And we're going to be covering
doing that in Kazagor, and we will have weekly recaps. And put out the vibes. I'm trying to get this pet baby out before Taylor Frankie Paul. You know, get the baby out earlier.
Oh, damn.
I can't miss a season.
It'll be okay if you do. I promise.
Oh, my God.
But thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll be back with a bunch of stuff, as always, pretty much daily.
Praise be Dark Lord Palmer.
Please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast. Please get a friend to listen to us, and then please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast.